Guys, welcome to another Sunday live session here with Earthworks Hub. I'm Ivan Orlovic. It is actually Sunday, what is today? The 10th of the 11th already. So the 10th of November 2024. I didn't have a session last week because we had the Melbourne Cup here in Victoria, and for that we make that a bit of an extended long weekend. So I went away caravanning, so I didn't have one on last week. So I suppose it's a bit of a chance for everyone to not hear me for a week. But I'm sure you guys enjoy listening to me. So thank you to everyone that's joined on TikTok and on Instagram. So as usual, I do run them on both. So thank you to everyone. I see a few people already joining, so thank you. We've got ADM Civil Landscape, Phillips Plant Hire, Level Up Earthmoving, Boss Dog Earthmoving. We've got a few people there on Insta, and we have a fair few people on TikTok. So we've got Darren, Johnson, who's a New Zealand Digga Opper, Ray, Kuma, heaps of people. So I'm sorry if I don't get to read your names out, but there's a lot going on and a lot of stuff to talk about. So like I said, since I wasn't on last week, there's a little bit more to go on. Tonight, I have a guest, so I'll just invite him in right now. I have Alex from ADM Civil and Landscape. He has joined us this evening. So thank you very much for Alex for joining.
No worries. Glad to be here.
That's it, man. That's it. So we were going to also have Shane from TerraPro on tonight, but he has fallen ill, so he's a bit sick and won't be joining us. So unfortunately, he won't be on. I was going to discuss a couple of things about his new truck purchase and that, and I know you were involved in there, so that would have been a good combination there. But we can do that next time anyway. It should be all good. We can even talk about it without him. Bad luck. Yeah. That's it. But yeah, look, I know what he's like. I know what it's like being sick. I'm actually not the best myself. I've had these massive sharp pains in my stomach for like a week before we went away. Even I had it during our caravanning trip, and it hasn't gone away. So I saw Jack Healy the other day from EMBE, from a Chukamoma Bobcat, and he was at the Case Dig Day, and he was telling me about. Actually, he's just jumped on. Thanks for joining, Jack. So it wasn't until I spoke to him the other day at the dig day, and he was telling me how he had his appendix taken out, and it was a similar pain. So I'm one of those typical guys that just never goes doctors. I actually went there the other day, saw how big the line was to get in, and I was like, it's probably not that bad, man. I'm wasting my time. Let's go. And my wife was like, you're an idiot. Go the next day. So I went, and Jack, if you're listening, I actually had a blood test yesterday. I listened to what you said. And yeah, did the blood test and all that stuff, and just waiting for results now. But it is still be sore. They're giving me tablets and that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but no drinking tonight for me, unfortunately.
That's all right.
That's it.
I'll make up for it, mate.
You make up for it, man. You make up for it. But no, thank you. Thanks again for joining. So what I might do is I'll just do a little bit of my intro as usual. So while you're on, feel free to join in and make comments as well. And then we'll talk about some of the other stuff we're planning on talking about. So, like I said, I went away camping, good weekend, good to get away. I think it's good for everyone to get away every now and then. Otherwise, we just end up work, isn't it? So, you got to get away. Do you go away much as well, Alex, or are you one of those people who doesn't really go away that much?
I never go away as much as I should.
Yeah?
Yeah, I probably should go away. I've got a little one, so it makes it definitely makes it harder. But my business is only 2 years in, so it's just work at the moment. So
yeah.
But my goal next couple of years is to really start stepping back and go on a holiday.
Yeah. No, you do. You need it, man. You need time to recover because we can easily just fall into that trap. And like you say, especially when you're only a couple of years in. And you've just started the business and that you tend to work 7 days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It catches up with you after a while. So it's good to get away and do stuff and just relax a little bit. The good thing is where we went away, there was no reception, and that was so good. I loved it because I didn't have to even look at my phone or touch anything. And it was good for the kids, man, just to get them off their phones and stuff. So that's one of the main reasons we enjoyed it the most, I reckon.
Yeah, I went on a cruise about 2 years ago, and there's no reception at sea, so yeah, it was hard to adjust, but there was definitely a bliss to it. So
yeah,
I feel you there, mate.
Yep. That's it. Did you go to New Caledonia? Or was it one of those carnival
Uh,
cruise things? Or
it was actually the first P&O cruise back from COVID. Went to
ah,
New Zealand, then over to Fiji.
yeah,
Um, it's awesome because the boat was half full, so there was no lines or anything. And yeah, it's my first cruise, and I had a good time. So yeah, it was good.
yeah. I reckon cruises are a good thing, man, because it really makes you have to do nothing because you really can't do much, so you just
Yeah,
sit and actually relax, isn't it?
yeah, totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I
Because I
agree.
know,
Yeah.
you know, people go to Bali, Thailand, and that, and then they end up just shopping and doing stuff and traveling
Mm,
and rushing, going to seas. But
mm.
on the boat cruise, I feel like you've got nothing to do. You just got to sit, relax, have a drink, go in the pool. That's all you can really do.
Yeah, yeah. We missed a few destinations because of bad weather, so it was a bit like
Oh,
too much nothing. But
yeah,
no, it was good to switch off a little bit. Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Oh, there you go. Well, that's good, man. So holidays are a good thing, guys. Okay, so yeah, while I was away, a few big things happened. One, Donald Trump won the election. So I don't know what your guys' opinions are on that. What do you guys reckon, Alex? What do you think, man? What's your opinion on that?
Oh, he's not going to affect me digging holes. So,
Yeah,
my half of my family's from the US, so they half of them are big Trump supporters, and they were very happy, and the other half were not as happy. So, uh,
yeah,
that's probably all I'll say on it.
yeah,
He's a unique person.
yeah.
Um, yeah, he's a one of a kind.
Yeah, yeah. I did an interview this week, and that's another thing I'm going to mention is I did an interview with two guys. One was Matt from AgriDig and Chris from the Dozer Trainer. They're both from the UK, and yeah, the day I actually interviewed him was the day that it got announced. So we had a bit
Mm,
of a good chat on that. So if you
yeah,
haven't seen that episode, guys,
yeah,
go and
yeah. I
check it
watched
out.
it. I watched it
Yeah,
during the week. Yeah.
and they were saying they're all for him. They love him.
Mm,
So it must be a good thing. What does it mean for our economy? I don't know. Usually they say like Australia sort of follows America,
mm.
and they're talking about rate drops and stuff already for interest rates. So if that's happening there, hopefully it's going to flow on here. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, man.
Nice if it did.
Hey,
It'd be nice if they did
it
drop the
would be.
rates.
Yeah, well, if they did that, I
Mm,
suppose it'd have that flow-on effect of work picking up again and people being
mm,
confident to buy. So it's probably like what we always talk about during the weeks.
mm.
You know, like if people start building again and that, then work will pick up. So
Totally.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I did love him at the start. I always thought he'd be really good, and then I sort of thought, oh, he's just a bit of a show pony. He just puts it all on just for show. But apparently, he's done a lot of things. I don't really know enough about it. I don't follow that. To be honest, I don't even watch the news, man. I very rarely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I flick it off. It's not
yeah,
my thing. Oh, he's a wild dude.
yeah,
That's all I'll say. He's wild. But
yeah.
he got in, and everyone over there loves him. Like he smashed it over there, and
Yeah.
must be doing something right. Right. So
There
yeah,
you go. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see what pans out, man.
yeah,
Uh,
we'll see.
that's it. That's it.
Mm,
Oh, so anyway, that's the Trump thing happened. What else? So yeah, started feeling a little bit sick. So we'll see how that
mm,
goes. I worked back at that basement job where I did a basement dig out a while back in Eaglemont, and I was backfilling the external walls of the basement.
mhm,
So that was interesting. I was in the Case 14 tonner again. I love that machine.
mm.
I reckon it's a good machine. Have you ever backfilled against like retaining walls and stuff?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It was
Those
hard.
are
Hey.
those 14. I used to drive a 14-ton case, and it was a really quick machine. I really liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the case is very I'm very impressed with
Mm.
it. Now, every time I sit in that machine, I really enjoy it. Like it's smooth and it feels like you're in the 20 or a 25 tonner. Like it's got enough power, but then it's small enough that you can do like a 5-ton job with it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. You can get into where you need to get into.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it,
Yeah.
man. That's it. We've got Marshall Contracting saying, "What's that? I don't understand what you're saying."
America 2025.
Oh, America. Oh, that's what he's saying. Yes, yes. Wow, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. Yeah. So yeah, I did that, and I'm going to be going back there because we didn't finish it. We only half filled it, and
Yeah.
then they're going to do the waterproofing on the next half. So when that's done, I'll have to go back. So I dare say I'll be back there shortly. What else? So I did a post on that. I actually went to see Case. Case did a dig day, a demo day. Very interesting, man. It was good. They had a 23.5 tonner, a 30. What else did they have? An 8 tonner or 7.5, a 5. Then they had the 2 posi tracks there, or one's a dozer.
Yeah, I'm
And
interested to hear about this.
yeah,
I
that was
your videos, but
oh,
I'm
did you?
interested to see what you think.
Yeah, look, those videos, it was hard. It was hard to say too much and do things because it was very quick, man. Like I got there was a lot of people and everyone was keen to have a go. So you only had like a short time in there. And then I felt pressure. I didn't want to stay in there too long and guys would be going, oh, look at this idiot. You know, he's on there 10 hours and then filming and doing this stuff. So the good thing is Case actually said to me, they invited me to come back to their dealership. So I'm going to go there in the next week or two and actually do a proper review of it in my own time, so that'll be a good thing to do. But at least here I got to sit in it, so I got to sit in it and have a go, and that's what I really wanted to do. Yeah. But yeah, that Minotaur, the DL550, it's a different machine, man. It's totally different. One thing I loved. Hang on, Marshall Contracting is saying no track power and lack on auxiliary power. I don't know. It felt like it had heaps of power to me. Instantly when you get in, you crank the revs and you can just hear it. It's like a plane winding up.
Yeah.
And then when I was pushing, there was a couple of times where I sort of bogged down because I haven't used one before, and it still sort of kept pushing. It wasn't really stopping it. So it was actually very interesting. One thing I loved about it though is the controllers. So you know how you got your joysticks and it's like upright.
Yeah.
Why is the screen doing that? Is that because my thumbs are up? Did you see that?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on there.
Let me see. Is it going to do it again?
Not doing it for
me.
No.
Why is it doing that? It just went crazy. Anyway, sorry guys, got a bit excited then. Yeah, so the controllers, instead of just holding the joysticks like that, they're actually a little bit on an angle and they're flat. So, like a dozer, exactly. And then your hands curl over. So yeah, they've got the actual dozer controls, which is actually really cool, man. They actually contour to your hands.
Yeah.
And it was still easy to use. I reckon you could almost do that on all posse tracks. I reckon it'd be a better feeling.
Are they still pilot control?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, and then up and down and right with your right. You can change it. It had different options.
Yeah.
But I just had it on whatever they left it on. And to be honest, I didn't get a chance to look at all the buttons and what they do, and it was just very quick, man. I just got in, had a go, and then had to get out. But they had heaps, and this left side of the panel had that many buttons on it. It was like overwhelming. So I'll have to have a good look at that next time I go. But otherwise, yeah, just sitting in there, like it felt like heaps of glass around me, like you could see all the way around.
Yeah.
The camera had this massive reverse camera on the touch screen, so you could see everything behind you, which was good because when you put the rippers up and down, you can actually see them. So yeah, I think maybe that's why they did it so big, so you can actually see the rippers. And I tell you what, even with the rippers in the ground, it actually still pulled. So like Marshall was saying, there's not much power, but I didn't even feel any difference when I was tracking forward with the rippers in the ground. So I don't know. Maybe it just depends on what you've used and haven't used. Like they got 114 horsepower, man. Oh, there we go. Jack's saying electric over hydraulic, not pilot. There you go. Sorry, yeah.
I think that dozer, having that dozer blade, how they actually connect it to the under, like it doesn't just connect to where your bucket pins. It actually connects to the bottom of your the undercarriage, not the undercarriage. You know what I mean? The bottom of the shell.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't know that actually you can unhitch all that. Jack was telling me that apparently you can unhitch the whole blade and then put a 4-in-1 on it and just use it like a normal posi track as well.
Yeah.
You just got to unhitch those bars. The bottom ones, and then it becomes normal. Which I didn't even know. But yeah, look, they had a lot of space in there. It's very tall.
Yeah,
I know it felt like it was tall inside. And what else did I notice? So the controls are really nice. It was very loud though inside the cabin. The motor and the hydraulics and that, you could really hear them, and you could feel the weight. Yeah, as you're trying to turn, you can feel it. But it sounded like a real dozer. Like as you go and you hear the track, tick, 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 tick. It's like a real dozer.
It'd be cool having the steel tracks.
Yeah. So look, depends on what sort of work you do. Yeah, like it wouldn't suit every application, but I liked it. I was actually really, I could see myself sitting in that and just pushing dirt, like, at a tip side or leveling off
Yeah,
somewhere. I reckon it'd be all right.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, their price, I like they're just under 200, I think they are,
yeah,
but I don't know if that's with the dozer blade or not. But they're priced reasonably well. I'm still a cat man, so I'm
yeah,
always
yeah.
gonna love that, and the creature comforts you get in that with the heated and cooled seat and
Oh, yeah.
all that kind of stuff. And have you had a chance to go on one of the new ones?
Not the 255s or any of those, no. But I'm hoping to get in one. Did you end up going to that?
Yeah,
Didn't you go to a?
yeah.
Yeah,
I went.
tell us about
Um,
that. How was it? The cat day.
oh, it was out in Bathurst. It was pouring down rain. I was the only person. Uh, poor Brenton had to come all the way out from Wilton to Bathurst just to see me. Uh, there was I was the only one, so I had free range. They had all the cat guys from out west. Learn about the machines and everything, and I picked his brains about everything. I'll tell you almost everything you want to know about them.
Yeah, tell us,
They are
man. Tell
both
us.
they're incredible machines. Like the 255, which is the replacement of like the 259,
Yeah,
and then the 265, which is the replacement of the 279. Because in those two models, they both have the same horsepower, and when you go into these new ones, they've got the same horsepower, but the large one has more
yeah,
torque. So if you want more torque, and you can run better high flow attachments off it if you want to. But you can get the high flow auxiliary put on the 255 if you want to as well. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, they push and trim really well. Like I like watching the back of corner of my bucket when I have the 4-in-1 open and trimming
yeah,
that way.
yeah. Could you see the
Every,
bucket? Could you see
yep,
the bottom? You can?
yeah, a lot better than what you could in the old cats.
Oh, good, good.
Really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The visibility is a lot better, and you got You have three cameras inside the cab, so one at the back, and you can have it just the rear camera on, or you can have all three, which is they're just at the back of the arms, and they shoot down,
yeah,
so they'll show you what's beside you next to your tracks. So if you're tracking next to an edge or a wall or a drop off or whatever,
yeah,
um, that really helps. So amazing machine. I
yeah,
like. I'll probably bang on about Cat and give them all this free advertising, but
yeah, yeah.
it is a really nice machine. Really comfy, heated seat, hook your phone up to it. You literally with the so in New South Wales they're getting the premium pack, which has got the bigger joysticks when and you can control everything from it. You don't have to lift your hands um
That's cool.
off the joysticks. It's
Yeah,
really, really cool. Um, you know,
yeah,
it'd go really well with a blade or whatever attachment I reckon you want to put
yeah.
on it. It'd be an amazing machine.
Yeah, they look good.
Mm,
I had a chance just
mm,
to sit in it, like at the Diesel Dirt and Turf when they just released it.
mm.
I just had a seat in there, but you couldn't actually start or anything. But
Yep,
just the look of it, man, just the look, it looked really like strong,
yep,
like and just comfy. And you're right. Out of all the posi tracks I've had, I have to always admit the Cat was always the most comfortable.
yeah.
And had and the Cat always had like just different options, better options and stuff. So, and in advance, you know what I mean, before the rest.
And being able to open the door with the arms slightly up, which you couldn't do on the 259s, 239s, 249s,
Yeah,
299s. You could never. That was the worst thing when
the
you know, you,
worst, man.
yeah, you go put it
Yeah,
in your truck and then you got it just raised up because you got a ramp underneath or something, and then you turn it back on, and it's just a killer.
when I used to put it in my tip truck, I'd reverse it
Mm,
up and then I'd hold the smudge bar and then have to just drop it so the smudge is touching the back tailgate,
mm,
and then you can't get out. And as you're trying to get yourself and squeeze out because it still
mm.
doesn't touch the floor, yeah, I'd rip all my bottom rubber away. So the bottom rubber would always rip on top of the
Yeah,
ram arms. Yeah, I remember that. And then overnight, it slowly creeped down a bit further,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
in the morning you could always open it again. And then if you have a smudgy on and you just want to park quickly and say something to someone, you could always release the smudgy, come back, open the
yeah.
door.
Put it
Yeah, I
all the
know.
way down. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
Oh,
little
yeah.
thing, but I think that'll please a lot of people. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's true. That's good. So what they have there? Just the 255, the
And a
265?
265, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know if the 275 and 285 are out yet.
yeah,
Um, I spoke to him about those. You know, I've had endless pockets. I'd be going for the 285. He's just an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Like that thing can load a Moxie from the side, which is just crazy.
Far
You know,
out.
yeah.
Man.
They just look so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the TV620B, the other
Yeah.
posi track I used. That's
Yeah.
basically apparently that's just the same as the Minotaur, but just without the dozer part on it.
Yeah.
So it's the same body and everything, apparently same motor.
Mm.
But jumping in that after I jumped in that first and then the Minotaur, but that also had a bit of go in it and it had a huge bucket on it, man. The bucket was huge.
Yeah.
And I suppose I don't know if that can load Moxies, but that seemed to have like pretty high reach in that as well, man. Yeah, but that would that be their competitor for the 2889 or whatever it is?
It'd be that the ASV 120 or 130,
Yeah,
TL12 and Takeuchi, the SVL 95, yeah, the real big ones.
yeah,
Is it the
yeah,
336 John
yeah,
Deere? That's a nice machine. I've done a lot of work on the John Deeres, but um, I'll just always go back to Cat.
yeah,
They're just
yeah.
comfy.
Yeah, they're good, and you know what? They spend a lot of money on all those expos and things, so they must get the sales to follow up. Otherwise, they wouldn't spend that money. You know what I mean? I suppose there's a reason.
Yeah. Every
Even
other
when
brand
yeah,
always compares himself to Cat.
yeah,
Not the other way around.
yeah,
So,
yeah, true.
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, good. That's good. That's good for people to know. So, are they still doing that on the road tour thing where they come out and?
Not sure if they're still doing that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It was really good.
yeah,
Yeah. Marshall went to it as well, and he was a
yeah,
big fan. He was on here before. He's probably still on it, but
yeah.
he was. Yeah, everyone I know who's driven him has been a huge fan of the new Cat CTLs.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to try and get myself into one of those just to have a look. That'll be interesting to see how it is. Actually have a go rather than just sitting in it. No, they're good. And I had the Cat 239 that was grouse, man. I had that for years, for so many years, and I loved it. Yeah, it's a good machine. What else was there? So yeah, I had a go on the Minotaur. Like I said, it's got its uses. So I suppose you'd only use it on certain sites and that. But good machine, man. I suppose the good thing is you can always take off the dozer blade, put on the 4-in-1, and do other work if you needed to. But it'd be interesting. Yeah. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. I'm going to have in the next couple of weeks, I'll have a video coming out with a closer look at that machine. And a lot of people are interested in that. So heaps of guys are asking me questions about it. So there must be a lot of interest. We'll see what happens. We've had a few people join. Sorry, I've got to do some shout outs to MOBA, Excavator 341, Plastube. We've got Dave from Plastube there, Danny Wright, Marty Matenga, Ancon's here. Hello. Staffo. Who else is there? Is that RNC? Excavations, ND Hydraulics, Mighty Equipment. Bloody, there's a fair few people here, guys. MOBA saying hello. How are you, MOBA? What else? So that was it. So yeah, I went to the Case Dig Day. While I was there, I got to have a bit of a chat with good old Jack, top guy. Like I said, he's the one that told me to go get checked out because he's like, don't stuff around, man, because it could be something bad.
Time bomb.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So it's funny though because it's sort of it's sore, then it sort of goes, but it's always there. It's just a weird feeling. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Jack is saying we need an Encon open day. Ooh, that might happen. You never know, Jacko. You never know. That's it, man. You never know. They're on here. So if you're on here, let us know what you think about that, Encon. What else? So I met Jack. Yes, and then I was mentioning the episode I did with the guys from Wales. From the UK. So one was from Wales, one was from England. That was my 50th episode. So we're celebrating my 50th episode. MOBA saying obviously fitted with a MOBA system for the Encon. He's talking about the Encon attachment. There you go. So yeah, I'm celebrating my 50th, I suppose, podcast. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway very shortly on that. So guys, keep your eyes peeled on that. So there will be a giveaway to celebrate the 50th episode. You know what they said? When I did research about starting this podcast, they say that on average, I can't remember what it was, like only 5% of people that start podcasts ever keep going do more than 10 episodes. So they reckon that if you can get past 10, then you're already more than, you're in the 90, well, you're more than 5% or whatever they say. I don't know, something like that. So more than 10, I've got 50 now. So hopefully that's a good sign. Hopefully that's a good thing.
Good on you, man.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good achievement. Like when I came across it, I was like, oh yeah, this is probably just what the industry needs. Just and small guys
Yeah.
talking about their businesses because everyone does it differently. Everyone has their own way of shaping dirt, using their own systems, and everyone can flick their ideas. I do it different to everyone else, and not to say no, I'm better or anything, but my way's different, and so is everyone else's, and yeah, it's good. I
Yeah.
really enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. No, it's good. It's good to have people on like yourself, and like you say, we're all just everyday guys, man.
Yeah.
We're all basically doing the same thing, everyday guys, and just sharing what we do, so that someone might learn something and go, "Oh, hang on a minute, I should try that way," or you know what I mean? I never thought about that. I might try that. So you never know what comes out of it. And like we just we're going to talk about today, like it's also connecting people. So like Shane spoke to yourself, then you got a truck out of it, and things have happened. So like that's the whole part of it as well, I suppose.
Yeah, that was really cool how that happened.
Yeah.
Um,
What happened there, man? Actually, can you tell us about that?
yeah, I don't know if Shane would mind, but
Ah, he won't.
he's
I
sick
don't think he'll
anyway.
mind. Yeah, he's sick. Yeah, bad
So,
luck. Yeah.
so after the time I was on here last, he because we're both skateboarders, and he started following me, and then messaged me a little bit, and then he called me and, oh, hey mate, asked me about my business. I asked him about his. We just connected, and he said he was after a truck, and I'm very limited when it comes to trucks and truck knowledge, but
Yeah.
I know my truck's been pretty good to me, so I helped him. He was constantly sending me links. Oh, what do you think of this? I'm going to check this out. Oh, and I was like, look, my truck is unreal. And then he ended up finding the same Hino 700, a better version, better than mine, close to where I am.
Yeah.
So he flew up. I met him at the station, went out for a coffee, and then took him down and helped him, introduced him to the guys because I knew the guys who had it, and that I knew the truck, and he got a really good truck out of it. And
Yeah.
he drove it all the way back to Melbourne that day, and which would have been a hell of a day, but
Yeah.
he did it, and he got a really good truck, and he calls me every couple of days, banging on about how much he loves it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was really good, and we couldn't have done it without the podcast. So he can definitely thank you for that.
No, that's it.
So
Good. Thank you. Yeah, he
yeah,
has. He actually did. Yeah, he did reach out. Made a few posts as well. So that's
yeah,
good. Thanks to Shane
he's a
for doing
great
those posts as well.
dude as well. Like he was genuinely
Yeah.
wrapped with
Yeah.
he loves this as much as I do. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, we're both big fans. So hats off to you, mate. This
Oh,
is yeah, you've definitely this is what the industry needs, is just guys and girls getting along.
yeah.
And yeah, no, thank you.
That's it. No, good.
So
I'm glad it worked out, man. I'm
yeah,
glad. That's it. And then what about since last time we spoke, what's been happening with yourself? What's anything new? Any changes?
yeah. So in terms of plant, nothing new, but I've started subcontracting to a large company up here, ADM Civil, and they're one of the big. They've started a new division called Wemscapes, and they want to really start taking on the commercial landscaping world, and that's my thing. And um, one of my mates called me out of the blue and said, "Oh, mate, you got to come and jump in." So they've just won their first big park.
Yeah.
And then me and one of their boys, who's not like, he's come from a residential background. Me and him are gonna build this one together.
Oh,
This park, really cool features. It's on the river in Windsor. It's going to have a little beach, heaps of concrete, heaps of excavation, heaps of technical excavation, and I'll probably post a fair bit about how that kind of works on
Yeah.
my profile. So if anyone is interested in that, it's not just digging, there's retaining walls, heaps of concrete, in situ walls, parks and playgrounds, services, how everything is going to line up. It's probably about a 6-month project, and it's going to be a real cracker of a project. So I'll be sure to post as much of that as I can to for anyone who is interested in that kind of work, or any, show what goes on those kind of jobs, because it is different. It's not just bulking out, 10,000 cubes out of a basement, or it is going to be pretty interesting, and that's my world, and I've been doing that for the last 10 years. So I love it. So if I can pass that knowledge on to anyone who's interested, then follow along.
Good, man. Good on you. Congratulations, mate. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I know what you say, because I did a lot of work with commercial landscapes, and we did a few parks and stuff as well, apart from just the old nature strips. So we did a lot of parks, and I find them interesting. Yeah, doing all the playgrounds, play equipment, barbecue areas, all those extra bits that they have everywhere. Just even placing rocks and doing stuff, and it's exciting. Yeah, it's good stuff.
And it's this one's got all that. It's got barbecues, it's got playground equipment, it's got all that. Everything's custom on it. It's got a great. But the one thing about it is, when it comes to the playground and fall zones, everything is to the millimeter. You can't be out. You can't. You got to be on your toes. You got to do everything to the millimeter.
Yeah.
You can't go, it's 100 mil. That'll do.
It has to be.
It's to the millimeter, or it's you're chucking it, you're ripping it out and taking it to the tip. So
yeah. And if you've got a really tough council that you're working for, I can imagine they'd be really, really strict as well.
Yeah. Well, it's not just them, the playground inspectors.
Yeah.
When some architects try to make things really, really complicated, but it's a whole. I'm getting distracted by this.
Yeah, bloody Marshall. I was the same. I was wondering how long it will take you to read it and then get distracted. Yeah. Bloody Marshall, he did it. He got what he wanted.
If he's free next Sunday, he'll be on here.
Oh, is he? Oh, yeah. Marshall, you're coming on next week now. That's it. You've just nominated yourself, mate.
You've just nominated guy, because
is he?
He's done a lot of cool stuff.
Oh.
I'll let him tell you if he comes on.
Yeah.
But he's done a lot of cool stuff. But
Marshall,
he's not a bad bloke.
Marshall, you're not getting out of it now. He's laughing. That's it. You're in, mate. You're in. That's it. Next week, guys, we're gonna have Marshall on here. It's good. Yeah, we'll see what other people say as well. But yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, going back to what you're saying. Yeah, commercial landscaping does have. It's interesting. Like I was saying, a lot of times we used to get stuck on just doing nature strips on new estates. That was, it gets a bit repetitive. But then we have the occasional park, and it was fun getting in there, doing something different, and digging
It's rewarding as well.
Yeah, you see the finished product. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, it's true.
Families and kids and just go and love it.
Yeah,
it's really good for the community. So that's why I like doing it.
Yeah. Good, man. Good on you. It's good to hear. What are you anticipating? What size sort of machines are you going to have to? Are you going to need some big ones and small ones, or what are you thinking?
My 5 will be there every day. We'll have definitely a 13, couple of rollers. We've got a batter. We've got to fill up by 1.8 meters, so we'll have to do that in lifts. So we'll have probably a 15-ton pad foot, a couple of posies. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'll probably have my bogey on it. Maybe a few other little trucks, but it's a bit of everything. So
Oh, good, man. Good. Are you gonna have got like bollards all the way around with rope between them, or chain or something? Or?
Yeah.
So
I'll be fenced off and bollard off. Bollards off and everything.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Well done, man. Good on you. Very good. What else was I going to say? I had Earth Excavations joined us a bit earlier. Is he still on? How are you, buddy? Earth Excavations is one of the guys that I actually jump in and freelance for as well. So top guy, Earth Excavations. If anyone needs anyone in Melbourne, he's the man. Multiple size machines. I'm doing a bit of a sales pitch for him. I don't know if he's disappeared or not. Anyway. Oh, actually, that reminds me. I've got to do a quick shout out to all my sponsors. And one of them's on here too. So a quick shout out to MOBA, who was on here just a bit earlier. Hopefully he's still on. Network Finance, the Bole Group, Melbourne Tractors, Spartan Machinery, Nexgen Landscapes, JR Safety Co., Digga, Godings, and Earthmoving Warehouse. And also, don't forget to use the discount code if you go to Digga, which people are doing, because I get a report, and I think I said this last week. I got another report. Somebody bought something again this week because they sent me a thing saying that you've made a sale. So I get notified on whether things get sold. And that is eWorks Hub. So if you go onto their site, type eWorks Hub, you get a discount. And that also goes for 2 Savage sunglasses, hard hat watches. So yeah, just put in eWorks Hub and eWorks Hub 10 for 2 Savage, and you get discounts. So and their stuff is really good. Actually, that reminds me, I did a little review on the selfie stick this week as well. So yeah, a company called Telesin. I don't know where they're based, but they sent me out like a selfie stick to try and use and sort of test to see if it's good. Not a bad little piece of kit. Very handy. It's a bit tricky though. I did say on because I did a review, I just sort of opened it just to show what it is, but I hadn't used it yet. Now I've used it a bit. It's a little bit trickier than I thought. It says you don't need an app for it, which is good. You don't have to download any separate apps. But then when you go to use it, you have to actually go and change. You have to go and change your settings and do all these auto touch sensitive changes. And then that way it puts this like a little circle on your screen. And then when you move the toggles on the actual device, it moves the buttons on the screen. I don't know. It's a weird little setup. And you got to do that every time you want to use the selfie stick, or every time and then turn it off again. Which is a bit of a pain, but once it's on, it works good. It's just that you have to always turn it on. So it's almost like it would have been easier just to have the app and you go on and use their app. You know what I mean? So but I've given them that advice. I actually gave that feedback to them. So we'll see what happens. Somebody wrote here. So Plastube is saying he got his hard hat watch. Well done, man. Good on you. And Jack is saying J Panam 6 needed a hard hat last night. J Panam 6 needed a hard hat last night, so I don't know what that means. Somebody must have went home on time or something. And MOBA saying thanks as well. And Earth Excavations, he was on. There you go, he was still on. So good to see you still on here, man. I actually spoke to some of the Case guys, and they all knew Earth Excavations as well, because most of his machines are Case. So the guys there were saying they all know him. So that was a good day. Also, while I was there at the Case day, I've got to say thank you to Shamik Transport. They gave me a couple of goodies, and I had a good chat with Mike from Shamik. Earth Excavations is saying, Jackhammer, I love your show. He calls me the Jackhammer. Oh, there we go. And what's he saying? MB Jack. MB Jack. I always say MB Jack. Jack Healy's saying, what's his name needed? Head like that should ache. Okay. All right. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know. They got their own little jokes going here. Okay. Jay Pan saying, get off the piss, go to bed. There you go. But yeah, no, thank you to Shamik as well, man. Nice guys. Shamik Transport, they do all like floating and stuff as well. And they had their truck on display because they moved all those Case machines based in Laverton. So if you ever need transport moved, call those guys, man. They're pretty good. And there's a chance they might come on the show as well, man. Yeah. So you never know. So I'm hoping he's going to come on. I really want a float company to come on here and tell us about. And as we were talking, I was saying like what I want everyone to hear about. You know, all the stories about things that float drivers go through on a daily basis. And everything he was telling me, I was like, yes, that's what I want you to say. Come on the show and say it. And people need to hear it. He's like, all right, we'll see. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we get him on. What else, man? What else? So I've sort of bounced around, haven't I? So you got that job there. You got that's coming up, yeah? How far away is that, you reckon?
I was starting during the week.
Oh, you're starting already?
Yeah. So we're just waiting on survey. once that comes out.
Yeah,
Once they get that uploaded, and then we
yeah,
can start pegging it all out. Yeah,
yeah,
so we'll get underway, and
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be
What
interesting.
what are you going to use, like your rovers and stuff, or do you still guys just use pegs and string lines like the old way? What do you guys do?
So um, we'll get it pinned. There's footpaths and stuff which can be like, obviously they've got to be close, but they can be within,
Yeah,
20, 50 mil. Doesn't matter.
yeah,
In a big open, 20 acres of space, doesn't matter exactly where the footpath is.
yeah,
But
yeah,
for the playground itself, we're going to get that pinned and total station out. So
yeah.
yeah, that'll be smack on. So
Oh,
yeah,
beautiful. Oh, I gotta call me now. Plastube saying call me tomorrow. Loving tonight learning. Ah, cool. Yeah, no worries, man. I will. I'll give you a buzz tomorrow. Very, very good. Yeah, Plastube might be coming on one day as well. So we've been trying to get together, but we're always one's busy or the other one. So I'll give you a call tomorrow, man. Definitely. Oh, that's good. Yeah, at least yeah, we did that too. We used to just get it all
yeah,
pinned and then just use the rover for the more detailed stuff.
yeah,
However, there's been times where we've done the footpath at a certain height and then we find that there's not enough fall now coming from the center of the park for the grass and all that. And then we've had a few little headaches like that.
oh yeah. No, we all that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been there. I've seen it when it hasn't gone right, and
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's all right. Yeah, yeah, we
Well,
can
you
do
won't get.
that.
Hopefully,
Yeah,
you won't be like that. Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Hopefully, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I'm sure it won't. I'm sure it won't.
yeah.
Uh, no, that's it, man. And then I was going to talk about how do we get to the point where we decide, like, what's the deciding or the tipping point when it's time to upgrade or change stuff. And that's why I really wanted Shane to talk about while he was here.
Mm.
We're going to talk about like what made him decide to move and get a different truck, and then just in general, just talk about at what point do you get to where you say it's time to change and get something different, either upgrade or change brands or get a total different machine. Did you want to do that now? What do you
Yeah.
reckon? Have you got yeah?
Well, I'm looking at upgrading my excavator. I've got 5,100 hours on it.
Yeah,
Not upgrading. I'll still keep it, but um, like things are starting to go wrong, and it's not wrong, but it's just getting a little bit tired, a little bit
bit
floppy.
bit loose. Yeah,
Yeah, the aircon doesn't work in summer.
yeah,
Uh, you know, which is up here. It's when it's you know over 30, you want that. You're
yeah.
sitting in the glass box. You want to have aircon that works.
Man,
So
you know what? It doesn't even have to be 30, yeah. Like in
yeah,
Melbourne, it can just be like it can
yeah,
be 10 degrees outside, but a bit of sun and you start roasting in there. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
You're right.
When it's 30 and you're 40 inside the cab, it's
Yeah.
a little bit too hot.
Yeah, I imagine, man. I imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, what makes you decide that? So one, you're saying, yeah, it's starting to get a little bit old. What else is there that makes you do? Would it be also like, is it starting to cost you more than it's worth? Is it better to just change, or what is it?
Well, I had a breakdown recently, about 6 weeks ago, when my excavator broke down. The hydraulic coupler went between the flywheel and hydraulic pump,
Mm-hmm.
and it just went. And I was in the middle of the road, and I had to drag it off,
Oh shit.
skull drag it with my truck
Yeah.
into this area. I did it wasn't far, but I was completely bummed out, and that was not a
Yeah.
cheap repair. And you can't get part like if your machine's like that, you're
Yeah.
pretty cooked until it's fixed. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, so I don't like having warranty and all that kind of stuff. That's what's really um, pushing me to get a new machine. My machine's 11 years old at the moment, so it's a 2013. Great machine, I love it, absolutely love it.
Yeah.
But um, I would like a new machine,
Yeah. Yeah.
something that's got like I've got a 305 cat, and I want to get the 306
Yeah.
because that can lift the 2 meter sandstone logs as high as you want, really. So
Yeah.
I do heaps of that work. So
Yeah.
something that's got a bit more breakout force, lifting higher, can load a high side truck a bit easier. It's basically an 8 tonner in the footprint of a 5. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it is. It is. I sat in one, and they feel like a little bit more spacious in that as well than the
yeah,
regular 5.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, incredible machine.
yeah,
So I want to upgrade to, open a few more doors and, well, get a better finance rate and
yeah,
yeah, just open more doors for me.
yeah.
Um,
Well, hopefully there's some people on here listening to this. So
yeah,
he's in the market for a new machine, guys.
yeah.
If anyone is selling or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, and Plastube's asking the question. Hang on. Any chance you can talk auger types to help my scope of thinking if old mate uses them? Oh, there you go. We can talk augers if you want.
Yeah.
Well, look, you know what? Go back just quickly to the machines. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose if it starts costing you more than it's worth, and you're still paying insurance the same as you would for a new one,
Mm.
this is my opinion. And then you want to start getting like tilt hitches put on and start changing things. I suppose it needs to be a bit newer for you to be worth putting them on because I mean, if you're going to go to all that trouble, you might as well just get it financed and do a whole package and
Yeah.
have a nice brand new machine up to date. Everything works. And if you're in it all day, every day, I suppose you want it to be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I just want to open more doors for what I can do with machines.
yeah,
Um, yeah. And then put
yeah,
someone in my
yeah,
current machine, and yeah, then laughing.
yeah. Well, I
So
suppose you know what you put him in that one, and then if something goes wrong, you're not too worried.
yeah,
Yeah. But then there's also
yeah,
like it's almost like a backup machine. Then yeah,
yeah. I'm still tossing up whether, yeah, also go down the route of a posi and a 13, and yeah, anyway, that's my
yeah,
next step. But
yeah. That's it.
just see what happens next year.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Mm,
That's it. They are a good combo though, especially for commercial
yeah,
landscape. Yeah, 13, 5-tonner posi, bogey,
yeah,
and you're done, mate. You got everything.
yeah,
You can do the whole job start to finish.
yeah, and even a little
Yeah.
1.5, 1.7.
Oh, yeah, true.
They're
Yeah,
yeah. If you got that, you've got the full
yeah,
house.
yeah.
Yeah,
There you go. But I had that at one stage. I had all those machines, and it was funny because I hardly ever got them to work on the same job. They were just by the time they were just spread everywhere,
yeah.
so I could never really get them all on the one
Mm,
job. And that's why I did it, so I could do those types of jobs, and then they ended up just getting one over here, one over there, and then it would just never work out.
mm.
Anyway, all right. Well, look, you know what? If you're happy, let's talk augers. Plastube. So Plastube, they provide, like you've probably heard of Formatube, but Plastube provide the plastic version of that.
Okay.
So he might correct me. He might correct me. Sorry if I got that wrong, but that's what I've heard and what I've seen. So it's like a plastic bit of form tube that goes into the
Yep.
holes, especially if the hole's blown out or something.
Yeah.
So that's what they do.
Mhm.
And I've actually met a couple of guys, Plastube. It's funny, I never knew this, but a lot of the guys I know actually use you already. So I didn't even know that. It's such a small world. He's saying, yep. So yeah, a couple of guys I know already use your services. So it's a good thing for yourself. It means that it's working. But yeah, so augering, what would you want to know specifically, Plastube? What do you want to talk about? Like what do you want us to talk about? How augers work, or how your product would fit in with people augering, or give us a bit of a clue what you want us to talk about.
I've used form tube before,
Yeah,
but I'm not familiar with plastic tube, so yeah, I'd be interested to see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so Plastube saying it's 100% waterproof. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Some of our mates do piling, and they were saying that they use his products as well. But you know what? He's going to come on, so he'll probably get a better chance to talk about it when he comes on next time. We'll do a full podcast with him on there.
I'll be interested to talk. Sorry. I'd be interested to shoot him a message or give him a call because we're piling on this job that we're doing below the water table, so the waterproof. That'd be interesting.
Oh, cool. That'd be good. Yeah,
yeah,
be worth a chat. Yeah,
conversation. Yeah, totally.
Plastube, if you're still on, do you ship elsewhere apart from Melbourne or Victoria? He wants to talk about teeth on the edge versus no teeth. So you mean like teeth versus like core barreling, or teeth versus I don't know, because there's different things, isn't there?
Yeah.
Um,
Versus
all
a blade or a rock tooth or
yeah.
yeah.
So I am going to have to do a video, which probably would be a good thing to talk about, is the different types of auger teeth and that. Digga Australia. So one of my hey, there you go, Digga. One of my sponsors. They actually used to do it their own podcast, and they have a lot of their own videos, and they actually talk about each auger and how it works and the different types that you need for different materials. I didn't know there was that many options until I saw their videos. Like, I've always had just like the standard package everyone has, a 300, a 450, and a 600 auger with tungsten teeth, and I just used that for everything. Basically, that was my all-rounder. And an extension I used to have. And then it wasn't until later that I discovered, you've got the dedicated rock auger with the actual little bullets, bullet heads, whatever you call them. And I didn't even know that you could get, like, even the core barrel ones. I didn't know exactly how they work until I started needing them for a couple of jobs. What have you used? What sort of types of augers have you used?
Well, pretty much just those sizes. I think I've used the 750 once, but I've never used a dedicated rock tooth, like the bullets that you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I've had a mate who used them on clay and just smashed them, and it was very, very expensive. So my only advice is make sure you know that you're using the right tooth on the right material, and if you're missing a tooth, just replace it as quick as you can. But always good to have spare teeth. In your truck, just even you have one or two, because if you lose a tooth and you just think, oh, I'll just finish this house slab, it's only got 30 piers or whatever, 10 piers, and then you go and smash those two plates that it sits in, you're going to be regretting it.
I hear you, man. I am a big culprit of that. At the start, when I first started, I was like, just keep going, man, because I haven't got spare teeth. Just keep going. And then it got to the point where I wore the sides of the little holders.
Yeah.
They actually wore out. And then when I went to put new teeth in, they wouldn't go in. They wouldn't hold. I actually had to get myself a whole auger drill again.
Yeah.
Cost myself a lot of money, man, when I could have just bought a tooth.
Yeah.
Precisely what you say, man. Yeah. Exactly. I can tell you stories, man. I did a job here in Sunbury, which is there's different types of material in the ground there. So you could go from like nice soft clay to rock to scoria. And so I did a massive 3-story retaining wall. You'll see one of my old videos on YouTube, and I did a massive 3-tier retaining wall, and it was all red scoria. And when we were drilling, I was using my tungsten teeth. We were getting nowhere. So I went and hired a core barrel, thinking the core barrel is what we need. So I was using that, and we were getting nowhere with that. It was just taking ages and just spinning, just getting hot for nothing. And then someone mentioned getting a dedicated rock auger, like you say, with all the multiple little bullets on it.
Yeah.
And that's the only way we did it, man. We used that, and that sort of just broke up all the scoria. And then like it was only then, and I started watching videos from Digga and other guys and thinking, shit, there's all these different options. You can't. It's not just one type fits all, you know. Yeah.
But you just definitely don't use those real expensive rock teeth on anything but rock.
And you know what else I never knew about? The hole cleaners. I used to always just put my thing in, and the best thing, I never had them, and I was doing jobs. I was doing concrete piers for waffle slabs, and there'd be like 30 to 40 piers every slab, and I used to have no hole cleaner, and I'd be trying to spin backwards, losing teeth because it'll pull them off, or then putting water in there, trying to flatten it out because the inspectors were always fussy, and then I saw this guy. He used to have this long stick with a flat piece of like a lid or something, and he used to whack his down to make him look flat. And then I finally watched some video, and the guy had the hole cleaner from Digga, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And I bought one. The best thing ever, man. Just spin them.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
You get like engineers aren't silly. They can see and they are the best. As valuable as the auger itself. The hole cleaner. So
No, I laugh because a lot of people I still see don't have one, man. And I used to turn up and they'll be like, "What are you doing? What's that?" And I'm like, "It's a hole cleaner." And they're like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." They're actually really handy.
There
you go. Cleaning them out's a bit of a pain though. A lot of guys don't know how to like flick the dirt out of them and that. They're a bit tricky.
I used one. I hired one from a company up here, and like it was on a 20 tonner, and it was about a meter tall. And when you put it, like if you take it out of the hole, you put it in reverse, it would spin all the material. I don't know how it worked,
Yeah,
but it would spin all the material out in reverse. You didn't have to take it off and
yeah.
flick it over, but it was unreal.
I had a
Yeah,
system on my Five where I used to flick out the actual hole, like the extension,
yeah,
or with no extension, just flick out the whole little hole cleaner, because I had it on a 1.5, like a
yeah,
full length shaft.
yeah,
Flick it out, lay it down on the ground, and then I used to just rotate it left, right, left, right, left, right, and
yeah, yeah,
sideways, and it used to come out.
yeah,
That's the only way I could always clean it
yeah,
quickly.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go. It's
Been
funny,
there.
man. The
Yeah,
Plastube must be happy. This is what I think. This is what he wanted. He's giving the thumbs up, and he's
yeah.
saying some products sell tubes at an ID, which means the OD is different. Oh, the internal diameter, so the tube won't fit.
Mm,
And he said we can make it to suit the hole. We have the ability to make tubes to suit the auger. So they've got, obviously they can. So they obviously make all their own products and can build them as you want. So yeah, if you're going to need Plastube, maybe have a chat to them, man. See how you go with them.
I've got the plans in front of me. I'll
Yeah.
anyway, I'll have a look and I'll shoot him a message.
Yeah, get in touch
Yeah,
with Plastube. There you go. Well, this is it, man. Like we're saying, connecting people, man. Connecting.
yeah.
That's it.
No,
I'm glad. And if it works, let us know,
yeah,
man. If you do
yeah,
if you use their product, do some shots and let us know how it worked, man. Yeah,
totally. Yeah,
that's it. So for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about is Plastube. They provide or sell like a former tube. So basically, if your hole blows out, or if you're doing piers and then some of it falls out and the concrete can come out, you put these in and basically pour the concrete into that. So that way, when they pull the plastic out, it leaves just the concrete. Actually, no, you'd be leaving them in, wouldn't you? Does the plastic just stay in there then? Because you couldn't pull the plastic back out, could you? They must. Yeah, Plastube. Maybe you can confirm when you put your, that former tube. Yeah, you leave it in there, don't you? Yeah, you don't scrape it off. Actually, you know what? When we do piers on basements, Plastube. Oh, Steel Wrist has joined. Thanks for joining, Steel Wrist. Plastube, I'm just asking, when we do just say a basement with all the piers around the basement, and then we have to expose the concrete for them to drill into, what happens then? Will the plastic easily scrape off to expose the concrete? Because with the former tube, we can just scrape the paper off. That'd be a good question if we do a podcast to ask.
well, doesn't plastic, like you get plastic formboards for curve boards, so the concrete doesn't stick to them, so I'd assume it wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I guess you can confirm that.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, do we just pull the plastic tubes out, or do they stay in the ground? Yeah, that's a question we've got to ask. Because then the other thing is, yeah, if you've got a job and you've got 40 holes and you're pouring them all at once, you're going to end up with 40 pipes at the end of it. Like, what do you do with those? Unless you can reuse them on other jobs. Maybe you can maybe they're reusable. I'm not sure. Anyway, Plastube, yeah, if you're still on, answer that. If not, we can leave it for when we do the podcast. It says people still joining. I love this. It's nearly 9 and everyone's still joining. That's a good sign. I like it. We've got Elite Show and Shine Detailing, Garefa Earthworks. Thank you as well for joining. What else? I think it's 9 o'clock. I probably don't want to hold up everyone. Tomorrow's a working day. You're working tomorrow, you said, yeah?
Yeah, I'm down in Mossvale, which is a 2-hour drive, so I'll be up very early.
2 hours. Holy
Yeah.
moly. Yeah, that's a fair hike, man. In the truck or in the car?
I'll just go down in the car.
Yeah.
I'm only there for a day and a half and then
Yeah.
coming back, and then the park starts. So.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to go that far anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. No, look, man. No, I really, really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything that you want to talk about that I haven't covered this evening?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but no.
Yeah.
Congratulations on 50 episodes.
Yeah, thank you.
51
man.
now. So
Yeah, this will be 51. That's it.
Shay can listen to it and he'll be he missed out.
Yeah, he'll be cursing. You'll be cursing.
I'll roll him up
Yeah.
this week when I give him a call. So
Tell him and say, man, you missed. It was the best episode ever, man. You missed out. Yeah.
I'll keep on calling him Big Rig because of his new truck.
Yeah.
Twice the size of his old one. He loves it.
Yeah. Look, I'll give him a chance. I'll give him a chance to come on next time anyway. He'll be right.
No. He'll be able to tell you from his side. And,
Yeah.
I don't want to take all this underway. But yeah, he was really stoked with it.
Yeah.
Loves his truck, and yeah, I'm stoked for him getting it.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, sorry, Plastubes is saying no, it stays in the ground. There you go, man. So
Oh, okay.
they've got it ribbed out, or they stay in. Oh, there you go.
Mm.
All right. Well, there, for people that were wondering. Yeah, no, that's it, man. So no, happy that things are happening like you with Shane and yourself and the truck, and then now Plastube. Maybe something might come out of it. But it's good to see everyone on here. Thank you very much, Alex, for joining. Everybody
Thanks
else.
for having me.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody else, if you want to get in touch with Alex, you'll find him as ADM Civil and Landscape on Insta. You're also on TikTok as well, yeah?
Oh, that's mine.
It's a different
personal one.
That's a little,
You can follow that if you want. It's just me being silly on site. But I'll post the serious stuff on my ADM.
Yeah.
My TikTok's just silly shit on site.
Oh,
so,
don't go on TikTok for him then. Just go on.
You check it out. But it's nothing too
not work related. Yeah.
Oh, it's me just being a goof.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We've all got to let off steam, man. It's all right. That's it. But yeah, if you guys do want to talk to him, any more questions about landscaping, especially like the project that he's got coming up, look for ADM Civil and Landscape. Also, if you missed anything on this program and you want to see it, go back and have a look, or if you want to share it to your mates and that, this is all recorded. I'll put them up on YouTube. I'll put them up on YouTube actually as audio and as video. So there's two options there. Also on Spotify and Spotify, I had over 10,000 plays recently, so that's really good.
Yeah, congratulations.
And yeah, thank you, man. That's really good. I never thought 10,000 people would be listening, 10,000 plays. So it could be the same person listening a few times, but 10,000 plays is a good milestone. So thank you to everyone that's listening on there, and also Apple Podcasts. So if you want to listen, go on there. And also list your businesses. Make sure that you're advertising yourself. Go on to earthworkshub.com.au, put your business on there, and then everyone can find you. So it can be anything to do with Earthworks or similar, even if you're selling equipment or attachments or whatever, or if some type of service that you do, go on there, list it. There's tip sites on there. There's events. So if you've got an expo or something that you want to advertise for people to see, go on and put it under an event. And jobs as well. So I've got a job section. So if you've got someone that you're looking for a worker, or if you're a worker looking for work, there's two sections there. You can put yourself on and advertise. So go and check that out. And I think that's it, man. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for the next episode and some of those reviews on those other machines I was going to talk about. And I'll see everybody on the next episode. Thanks very much, Alex.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
No worries, man. Anytime, man.
See you guys soon.
Have a good week. See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.